We are the Dr. Shoeperduper brothers, getting back on it. We are talking today about the shoe, the Kyrie IV,
Or the Kobe.
or the Kobe,
The Kobe? The Kyrie?
the Kyrobi.
Hey! Why did you buy this shoe?
I actually bought it because I felt reminded of the good old days.
Good old days?
Back in the days, you bought basketball shoes as an everyday shoe, like this one, or like that one.
What's that?
That is a Nike Air Scoring Up Tempo.
Oh.
If you remember the last shot from Michael Jordan, in the picture, the opponent is wearing that shoe.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yes, so modern days basketball shoes are high performance machines.
Example.
They fit really well. Look at a Jordan 28,
Oof.
Jordan 29,
Not a 29. 30. Jordan 30.
um,
Jordan 32. Super tight. Super tight. Okay, back to shoe.
these shoes, KB8, whatever, they have a pretty extreme fit, which is good for playing basketball, but for an everyday wear, it's maybe too much because your foot is really like in a straight jacket or something. A straight jacket is there for a purpose, but it's no fun to wear it every day.
Yeah.
And it's the same with this. And then back in the days, the fit of the shoes was a bit more relaxed, a little bit more easy. So you made them loose and you wore them. And when you had to play, you just tied them up a little bit.
Easy.
And then,
Maybe the last was a bit wider, not narrow, I would say the last was less defined.
exactly. Just a quick one on this, not go too deep. Modern day basketball shoes are like this, really flat. They really follow your foot and to give it a really good fit.
Yeah.
Look at the KD8, it's a good example. There you see it really well. And old school lasts for mid-cut shoes are more going straight up here.
Yeah.
So the fit here is not that defined also because you have a U-throat.
Yeah.
And a lot of modern day shoes have a very short U-throat. So this is only given by the last. On these shoes, you can adjust the fit in the forefoot more. So if you want to have it relaxed, get it relaxed. If you want it tight, tight your shoe.
So this shoe reminded you of the past. You bought it, you walked in it, you played ball in it. It made you happy. We come later to it in the conclusion.
Yeah.
So go from bottom to top.
Yes. Also, pretty aggressive traction pattern, also with a little texture on it. The rubber's pretty hard, really hard. So, and I think I can see it that sometimes the traction is not perfect because the rubber is so hard. But I don't think you will have really an issue with it. So I think it will be all good. For the outsole, they kept their concept, which makes perfectly sense. He's playing like this, so it makes super sense.
But the edges are rounded. Will I be unstable when I walk and play ball?
No, you won't, because the shoe is so wide. The most important thing of outsole is not how rounded or edgy it is, it's about how far is the contact point out, or how slim, because there can be shoes where it's so rounded that it's inside here.
Yeah.
Then you get unstable, but if you look at this, it's so wide.
The foot would be here.
Yeah, it's so wide, the same at the heel. It
still counts as an out trigger.
It's so wide. Look at this. So, no issues on that. And what is the nice one, your foot is really deep into the outsole or midsole, outsole, midsole.
Good.
Your foot sits like here. So all this is holding your foot through side movements,
Yeah.
which is really good and important for basketball shoes.
Biggest update to Kyrie 1, 2, 3. Midsole.
The midsole feels okay. It is.
It's more than okay. I can feel the zoom. I'm really surprised, and especially the forefoot. You have foam underneath your foot.
Yes, you have a proper midsole, and it's it's still, for sure, you cannot compare to Boost or anything, but it's way softer than the 2 or the 3, which were really just like bricks. Or like, I don't know, it felt like the midsole is hardwood.
Yeah.
Or
a skateboard shoe, like really flat, like this shoe.
And this one is really so much better. It's really, thank you very much for listening to the people.
Great things about the upper.
Great thing about the upper.
It's real suede.
Hey, it's crazy, huh? It's crazy.
It's a good combination of materials.
Yes, it's you all know, if you people are these days, they are fine with knit and engineered meshes and stuff, and the engineered mesh is done in a really clever way. It's a really thin one. It's just a small piece, so it's not so expensive to make, and then they just cemented the piece of synthetic underneath to give it the strength. And also this gives you the possibility to color the underlayer and to pop out these shapes, which they do for some colorways, or you keep it tonal.
Yeah.
It's a really smart way. The upper is the seams. They are all hidden seams, stitch and turns, which are really well executed. Really, really well.
Strong curves.
They are hammered flat here. This one is the most, you see how it's flat, because if you don't have, you have really with a hammer, they sit there and hammer it flat, and it's also covered from the backside, so also there should be no durability issues or anything, and it's well made. And on the upper,
it's plush. You have a lot of foam around the heel and the collar.
That also adds to the old school-ness. It's really thick, or not thick.
It's dense, and it's
there. A lot of modern day basketball shoes, they have around the collar nothing anymore.
Yeah.
So because it's also the fit is better. It's more defined, so you don't need that info. In old days, the fit was not that defined, so you put a lot of foam inside to compensate.
Yes.
And here
it's pretty much the same, but modern twist.
Yes,
and it's well placed and right.
Very well placed.
Amount and density. Yeah.
Also, what placed it at the tongue is really plush. Feels really good. It has this funky shape, but it's very well made, and also the edges usually they can become a bit stiff, especially if you have these sharp edges. But no, it's all good. The shoe has a normal half booty construction. Easy, gets the job done. It's the best thing that you can do, because
simple.
It's simple.
What's that? Conclusion time?
It is conclusion time.
Can you stop that?
I don't know. Maybe. No, I cannot.
Okay. Why can't? Let's bridge this little accident.
Now it's over. Conclusion. Just one quick one. This shoe is very much a low. The top eyelet is low, and it's below your ankle bone. And this is usually what makes a difference if it's high or low. It doesn't matter, it's not a thing, but
that's not your conclusion.
On this shoe, it's above the ankle bone. The conclusion. It's
happiness while walking.
Also, I need to break it in a bit.
Okay.
But for sure, it's more relaxed than a Jordan 30.
And you feel a bit reminded of the good old days.
Yes. Also, when
there's nothing wrong with the good old days.
When you look down, you have the chunky feel a bit, because it is wide, so it feels a bit like an old school. It's big, it's oversized, and it's an everyday shoe. You can wear it, and if it's game time, you just lace it up a bit tighter, and you are good to go. I'm wondering how many pairs they can sell, because the Kyrie IV sold so well. So I'm really wondering, and I'm looking forward to all the funky colorways, and also I think there will be also other material executions. So I think this is a shoe they can milk like hell. So it will be interesting to see everything.
Good luck, Kyrie.